Welcome back to Grandma Sims. Let's do our basement rec room. So if you watched the guest bedroom video, you got a sneak peek at our rec room, but now let's build it. Basement rec rooms were a very big mid-century trend. It was all about having space to hang out in, not your formal living room, which is what we have upstairs. This would have been a place to play games, to hang out. The kids would just hang out with their friends. If you had a friend with a rec room in the basement, that's where the whole neighborhood hung out. So we're just gonna really vibe this one out mid-century. I'm gonna pick a basement floor. I do love this shiny concrete. And we're gonna put in a big rug. And this would have been normal. There wouldn't have been carpet. There might, if the family went all out, they might have went shag carpet in the basement. There also would have been a built-in bar. Mom and Dad would have also entertained down here. So they would have a bar set up for when their friends come over. This is where the radio will be, or record player. I don't know if it was hi-fi yet. I have to look that one up. The wood paneling we have on the walls, that would have been super, super popular in basements. Paneling was in. It made the place feel not like a basement. Made it feel really cozy. But it was that lovely wood paneling, and it would have been super cheap. So the wood paneling would have been a staple. Just picking out a bar for Mom and Dad to entertain at. I think this one fits the vibe. That's the one. And I love this rug. But we're gonna need to make it much bigger. There we go. Now that fits the vibe. That's what you would see. Now the kids can come, they can sprawl out on the floor, they can play their games. They would have been playing checkerboard. They would have been playing, I think Twister was out at the time. I think Risk came out early 60s. Don't quote me on that one. Have to look up the actual date, but I know Risk was out. Again, another really awesome place to hang out in the summertime. When the rest of the house was hot, this would have been the place to come to cool down, hang out with family, listen to rock and roll records on the record player, which we're going to put in. This was where you went to just be yourself. You'd sprawl out on the couch, sprawl out on the floors. All the vibrant colors, everything was so inviting. I don't know why Midcentury doesn't come back. I love Midcentury. Down here in the basement, the kids could be loud, they could be messy, they'd leave their games everywhere. And it didn't matter because you had mom and dad had their formal living room upstairs. Again, one of those big chunky TVs. If the family was lucky enough to have 2 TVs, that would have been a huge luxury. One thing that was kind of interesting, I had a friend, and they had a cement basement floor. They didn't have carpet done yet either. I mean, basements were a thing, but not a luxury thing. But they actually painted a shuffleboard game right on the basement floor to play shuffleboard, which we didn't actually know how to play shuffleboard, so we just shot pucks around at each other. Kind of same thing. I found all of the basketballs and things. Basketball, soccer ball, football. So I put them back in the kids' room. So here is our record player. I really want to look that up now to find out if that was hi-fi yet or not, or if hi-fi came out more in the 80s. No, could have been. Trying to think. I'm going to look that up. I'm going to look it up and I'm going to let you know. Not this video. I'll let you know in the next video after I look it up. So here's a games table. Play cards, play checkers, build a house of cards. That would have been fun. We don't have shuffleboard. I put in a dartboard. If there was a dartboard, it would not have been this electronic one, but we go with what we got. But there would have been one for Dad and his buddies. Come down here, have a few drinks, play some darts. Maybe even Dad invited his boss and his coworkers over to have a quote-unquote business meeting. If you ever watched Mad Men, think that kind of business meeting. Just putting in the foosball table here. Dad's an avid fisherman, so I put in some of his. Make him feel at home in this space. Like I said, if he was down here with his friends, he'd want to show off. I liked this clock. I'm not feeling the vibe on this clock. It seems to... I don't know what I want to say. We're going to keep the clock. I like the clock. But it'd be one of those things, maybe it was a gift from, Uncle Harold or something. So we have to hang it in the room. But it doesn't really go in the room. So it's one of those things. Might even be one of those things you put in the closet and bring out when Uncle Harold visits. Maybe it's one of those kind of clocks. But we have it anyway. Just some more clutter. Oh, I'm going to find, I don't know when I'm going to find, more plants. Oh, I'm going to find, it's a, I I believe it's an Elvis Presley costume. And Elvis would have been huge at this time. So to have one of his outfits, to have memorabilia from being at an Elvis concert, wow, that would have been huge. That would just be spectacular. So we do have, I'm going to get to that. Did I make that one? There we go. Put up our movie posters. Trying to remember when I find that. This place isn't meant to be pulled together. It isn't meant to be organized. It's meant to be fun. There's our games. There's some more of our albums, records, 45s, 38s. Kids would have had a lot records or vinyl. I think it would have you'd just sit there for hours, just I want to listen to this one, I want to listen to this one, reading the notes on the back. If you got lucky, the words to the songs came with the record, with the album, and that was always awesome because you could listen along and know the words, learn the words. Just putting a little rug back here behind the bar. Something comfy for the feet because you don't want to stand on the cement. Of course, more plants just to make it cozy. That plant actually comes in the basement kit, so belongs in the basement, I guess. Quite a few of these items I picked come from that basement kit. Love that picture. The first one, of course. If you don't know, that's Vegas Vacation with Chevy Chase. Awesome movie. Totally before this, or totally after this time, I don't care. Love it. Gonna keep it. I think I'm looking now. There it is. There we go. There's the one. We're gonna go back to that Elvis one. Like I said, this would have been a big deal. Can you imagine showing this off to your friends? You would have been all that and more. So if you can finish the rest of this house, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We've got the outdoors left to do on this house after we finish this bathroom. So this would have been the basement bathroom. It wouldn't have been anything great. I put this yellow and white linoleum on the floor, which love this linoleum. If I can find a place to put this in, I will. Also the green version, also awesome. But it's going to be a basic bathroom. Just, your kids are having their friends over. You don't want anything too luxurious. We're going to decorate. Can't remember. I know there's a shower. Should have used that other shower. Now that I'm looking at that. That one is short and that one is tall. That's not a good look, is it? Shoot, I might go back and fix that. I mean, even with the wall there, I know that one's tall and that one's short. hiding it didn't help any. Well, maybe it did, but yeah, I might go back when I play in this house and put that tall shower in instead. So I never get a chance to use these counters, mostly because they don't really go with a whole lot. I'm going to have to find a very specific reason to use those showers, or to use those cabinets. I just went ahead with the Dream Home Decorator cabinets. They fit this vibe, they fit this century. The openings where you put your hands under that would have been typical. No, drawer pulls or no door handles. That would have worked. That would have been perfect. Still have to find a build. I need a build for those other cabinets. I've never used them. Never used them. Yeah, see, when the wall is down, you can still tell. Oh, yeah, I'm going to obsess about this shower now until I go back and fix it. Oh, now I'm going to change it again. And it's still too short. But I do like the yellow better. Now, I should have put an all pink bathroom in. I know we talked about this when we were doing the other bathroom, how the whole pink bathroom vibe was all the rage and everybody had a pink bathroom. But here's the thing. Everybody had a pink bathroom. I didn't want to be like everybody else with a pink bathroom. So, this bathroom, yellow. Which, totally mid-century. Don't get me wrong. Yellow sink, yellow shower, yellow everything. Totally mid-century. But, if I had to do it over again, maybe I would go back and do an all pink bathroom. I don't know. Love the yellow toilet though. And again, that very large plunger for the bathroom. There we go. Much smaller. Thank you. Seriously. Who's in charge of scaling these items? I mean, even this towel rack over the toilet, you're going to hurt yourself on that thing. It's huge. I mean, they scale everything else. Can't scale a plunger? Seriously. I'm sorry. It's just one of those things in the game, ginormous. So, again, not a fancy bathroom. That didn't work. Not a fancy bathroom, but a functional bathroom. Fits with the vibe, fits with the house. And with guests over, with your teenagers having all their friends over, another bathroom cannot be a bad thing. I put the subtle lights in the living room, or not the living room, the rec room, the bathrooms. Reason being, having lights in the ceiling down here in the basement, that would have been appropriate. We wouldn't have had, ceiling light fixtures in the middle of the room like we do in some of the other rooms. These would have been those canister lights that you have in the ceiling. That would have been appropriate for in the basement. The basement might have even had a drop ceiling, but I think that came out more in the 70s. These lights would have been the right ones for this basement. And what do you think of our little guest bathroom and rec room? Pretty nice. Pretty nice. So just remember, keep it creative, keep it cozy, and I'll see you next time.